Congratulations, you are the winner.
Let's go. Actually, before we go, was there a save point here? I can't remember. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That gave me such a fright. Can I crouch? Oh, oh, oh no. Oh no. Yeet the baby. Woohoo! Hey! Woohoo! Hello? Hello, hello? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, how are we? Are we all good? This is weird. This is very strange tonight. I have been accepted. I have been accepted into the beta trial for the vertical streaming for Twitch. I don't know if you've seen this in anybody else's channels, but it's quite cool. It gives you a completely different view, if you like. It's more like a sort of TikTok view or a YouTube view when you watch on mobile. So you can actually see it in a vertical setting and a bit more. I haven't actually switched it on tonight because I've set up the scenes, but I want to make sure that it's actually looking reasonable before I actually put it live. So if you if you see me kind of weirdly looking up all the time at a different part of the screen tonight, it's because I'm kind of sussing out what's happening with this. With what's happening, I'm too used to the horizontal. I can't deal with it. The vertical's cool. Actually, I have to say, it's one of the few things that Twitch has implemented recently that I actually think is. I mean, well, let me qualify that. Let me qualify that. I think in terms of just chatting, hello, Skynet, and in terms of just being in front of the camera, I think it's decent. I think in terms of gameplay, not so great because obviously you can't see half the game. It's only got a very, very limited field of view. So, yeah, I'm not entirely convinced about the whole thing, to be quite honest. and it massively impacts your bandwidth. And what I've been seeing is when I tested it offline today, anytime I change from one scene to another, and specifically go into a game, the encoder gets so massively overloaded. So I just want to make sure before I hit that button to say we're using this now, that it actually looks decent and that it's not going to completely crash. But I think, yeah, in terms of actually just the basic sort of just chatting, so the starting screen, the just chatting screen looks okay. I want to say, I don't think it is Skynet. I think it's just vertical streaming. Vertical streaming kind of sucks, especially if you. I think it's okay, as I say, if you're just chatting. I don't think there's an issue because the camera is very much focused on your face, and you can chat away and it looks decent. But as soon as you move to anything, my stream, it has got a lot of kind of weird bits and pieces in it. So if I move to my RAID screen, obviously the full horizontal is used in terms of me being on one bit, the drop down with Bender on it, which shows the clips, etc., is on another bit. So horizontally, it becomes quite difficult to try and push it all together. The experience vertically will not give you what you get horizontally, obviously. I suppose you could sort of dip between the two. Look at you. Oh, look at that. Cool. That is a cool guy. But yeah, so as I say, I am kind of fiddling with it at the moment to see how that goes. But it's I might try it because we're going to do a few games tonight. I didn't want to, or a few demos. I didn't want to sort of turn it on and then find that each time I changed to a different game, it put a different pressure on the encoder, and caused an issue. However, oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. What on earth am I doing? We haven't started the prediction for the Gamba. Let's do that. Where are we? Let's do this because we did have that. Right, okay. There we go. It's off. We're on. Look at you, guy. Gamba. So, have we had a good week? Are we all set for the weekend? Lily, you have effectively, other than you've finished all normal uni after about 3 weeks of being there across the course of the year, and you're now down to your exams, etc. Um, that's mad. Absolutely mad. It feels like you've never been there. Honestly feels like you've never been there. Anywho, yeah, you're getting towards your. So it's the end of May, early June that you normally finish up when you're at uni. That's when I seem to remember it anyway. And when I was at uni, I just literally finished one day, had the weekend, had the end of term party, had the weekend, and then started work. And I worked for 16 weeks. And then went back to uni and spent the money that I'd made across the course of the 16 weeks in, excuse me, over the course of the next year. That was the way I did it. I didn't really want to sort of take on a part-time job all the way through the time I was at uni. I kind of made the money I could when I was when I had my summer job, and then I just budgeted very, very, very carefully because I had basically no grant. And student loans at that point weren't really a thing. You couldn't really apply for it. Well, I don't think you could apply for a loan at that point. It wasn't prevalent anyway, put it like that. You kind of either got a grant or you were kind of in trouble. So, yeah. So, interesting, interesting. Your last exam is June the 11th. That seems quite late to me. I seem to remember finishing round about the end of May. However, I should say, well done on snagging first, Lily. Welcome in, Skynet. Welcome in, Kaz. I saw you creep in there. Hi. I saw you, not ignoring you. I was too kind of busy watching the changeover with the. It's really weird because I've got so used to seeing in OBS, which is the broadcast software, I've got so used to seeing just one panel with my face on it. And now I've got a vertical panel, which is sort of it keeps detracting. It keeps attracting my eye away from where I am. I have 2 next week, and I have a big gap until that. Yeah, absolutely. That's mental. That's almost a month between exams. You'll almost have gone to sleep before you have your last one. That's crazy. Anyway, you should be very, very well prepared for the last one. I seem to remember we got a real. I went to the business school, and the business school was one of these. It kind of tried to. Well, what it said was, whether this is true or not, it was supposed to be replicating a business environment. So we tended to have lectures all the way through 9 till 5. It's a speaking exam. Well, I suppose you would get that in a modern language setting. If you're doing French, then you would expect to speak French at some point. Um, that doesn't surprise me. So yeah, I don't. At the end of the day, that's not unsurprising, and I don't think it would be particularly. Yeah, I would have expected that. So yeah, it's one of those. I seem to remember getting all my exams in the space of like 2 weeks, and because we were a business course, we had like 6 subjects. It was at least 6 subjects, and if you were if you were really bad at maths, like I was at school, certainly for the first year, I had to do remedial maths. So I had a maths exam on top of everything else, which was a nightmare. Um, but yeah, I seem to remember we had an exam sort of every second day for about 2 weeks, and then it was done to sort of simulate being under pressure at business. Which now that I look back on it, I think, nah. 90 stream streak. Good grief, Lily. That's incredible. 90 streams in a row. It's funny seeing everybody's now being in other people's chats and seeing the streams since they've been turned on for everyone. It's funny seeing them all sort of building up now. And some people have got like loads and loads, like 100, 120, 130. Some people, the ones that had the trial, people are knocking on for like 200 plus streaks. You think, good God, imagine being in the position where you were doing that you were at every single stream for like 2/3 of a year. That's kind of mad. What is going on in your life that you've been able to do that? Although I have to say, I don't really have streaks in anybody else's channels. I've got a streak in Sykes' channel, Nat's boyfriend, because he tends to start around about 11 o'clock in the morning. So I can clear my feet at work, get all my emails out, and then I can put Sykes up on second monitor as he does these mad hitless runs that he's doing with the Souls games. So, and I've got something like a 70 stream streak, I think, with Sykes. Um, and I've got a longer one with Wade. And yesterday, because I was traveling, because I had my long day yesterday of traveling up and doing the 2.5 hours, 3 hours drive, and then the 3 hours on site, and then a 2.5, 3 hour drive back. I was beginning to get to the point of thinking, oh, my stream is going to be under pressure, and my streak's going to be under pressure here with Wade. But I did get back for about 4:30, so I did get to bump the streak again. But other than that, I don't think even in Kay's channel, I don't have this a particularly long streak, despite the fact that I'm kind of always there. It always breaks round about the time that I have to go up to site one Thursday a month, because I just don't. By the time I can't do it when I'm on site. And by the time I actually get away from site, Kay's kind of finishing. So it always breaks whatever streak I've got at that point, as well as the weekends. If Kay streams on a Sunday, it's quite hard for me to be there because I tend to do all sorts of adulting on a Sunday. But there we go. Yes. So other than that, I'm not 100% sure what's been. There's been kind of weird week one way or another. I don't think there's been any massive industry news. There's still kind of discourse going on about games, etc. There's a load of games still coming out. The one game that I was really, really looking to get a key for, I didn't get a key for. I'm not salty at all about it. Considering I'd asked in one channel for the PR for it on Steam, and one channel for it on PS5, and another channel on Nintendo Switch 2, and I didn't get it. It was Outbound, which is the camper van thing where you, I don't know whether anybody's seen that. You got a cozy sort of camper van and you go off into the wilderness and you start sort of customizing your camper van, and, your journey sort of keeps going. I played the demo of that and really enjoyed it, and I thought I would really love to get. It's funny, it's the games that you really, really, really want that you very rarely get the keys for. But the games that you really, really want, you do. So it's a kind of balance between them all. But one of the games that I had actually been looking for that I thought it came out 2 weeks ago now is Will Follow the Light. With the street conversation, someone in chat I mean is in a 275 in a row. Blooming heck, that's crazy. That must have been one of the ones that started with the trial, because nobody can get that high with the channel when it got actually turned on for everyone. Um, so yeah, it's yeah, Will Follow the Light. I eventually, because I'd asked for it on PS5, because I was a bit worried that it might break the stream. Um, it's been delayed for about 2 weeks getting the keys, and I finally got the key today. So that's what we'll probably play on Sunday. I am very aware that we still have to finish off Inconveni. We still have to finish off Waxheads. Jet, if he was about, would be screaming, "You still haven't finished off Zelda." We still haven't finished the posthumous investigation. I do want to get back to all these games, but I just got to the point this week where I thought, Tuesday night, I just was so tired. I thought there's no point in coming on because I'll force myself to stay on for longer than I should in order to either get through a game or progress further through it. And then we have to do the raid out, etc., etc. So that would have caused me, absolute pain on the Wednesday morning. And then I knew I was having to get up early and drive for 2.5 hours on Thursday. And I thought if I start the ball rolling here on Tuesday night by staying up too late, I'm going to be in a bit of trouble. So I think we'll just finish off this week by playing a couple of demos of things. One is a game that has been out for a while now, which I thought was quite interesting, Creature Kitchen. But I never actually played the demo of it. The demo's still available, so I want to play that now because the game itself is on sale. So if it's decent, I might well pick that up. And then there's another game called Ambroise Niflette and the Gleaned Bell Demo, which is a bit of a mouthful. Ambroise Niflette and the Gleaned Bell Demo, which is by a French developer, and it looks so amazingly good. It was a game that was recommended by Pause, new friend of the stream. Uh, she said that she'd been playing it and it was absolutely fantastic, and she thought I would really enjoy it. So I downloaded it and had a look at it and thought, yeah, absolutely. Well, I will definitely be on board with that. So thanks to Quiet Pause for that, and we will have a look at that. There's another game. I don't know if we'll get through 3. There's another game I recommended to Kay with her love of cats, which is called Feline Forensics and the Meowseum Mystery, which which is a detective game that's got all kinds of cats in it. So there's a demo for that as well. Yeah, check that one out, Lily. It's out. The game is actually out now as well. So it's called Feline Forensics and the Meowseum Mystery. So if you check that out on Steam, I don't know what platforms it's available on, but I saw somebody playing it through the week and thought that looks quite funny. So I recommended it to Kay. I think Kay's already bought it, so that will be happening probably on her stream at some point, maybe in January or February next year when she's actually finished The Witcher, unless she decides that she's going to do something a little bit different at some point. But yeah, so if we do get through the other two, I don't know how long they are. I think they're probably both round about an hour. maybe-ish. If we do get through it, then I might play that. There's another game that I've been offered on Keymailer that I'm not 100% sure if it would be my kind of bag, but Nook Falls, West Town. It looks an interesting art style, but I'm not 100. I don't know too much about the game, so just looking at it very much on face value, I'm sort of looking at it thinking, I don't know if that's absolutely up my street. But we might have a look at that at some point as well. So, but we're definitely going to finish Inconbini. We're definitely going to have another go at Wax Heads, because I want to get to the ends of those. I will keep the posthumous investigation on the back burner so we can fit that in at some point, because I do want to make progress on that. I was really enjoying that before the other games came out. So not getting Outbound in a way has kind of benefited us. But as I say, I've now got Will Follow the Light, which I do want to play because it looks quite interesting. And then there's a game by some members of the studio that made Disco Elysium, which I've always wanted to play, but I've kind of like I played a bit of it, but it feels like it's going to go on forever. I did actually think about streaming it at one point. I thought that's just going to dominate stream for the rest of the year. But there's a game that's coming out by a couple of members of the team because that team split after Disco Elysium, and that's coming out next Friday. So I've asked for a key for that. So I'm not 100% sure whether I'll get one or not. But nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. So yeah, we'll see what comes of that. And then I think that's kind of the end of all the keys that I've applied for May. So we'll see where we get to after that. I've got so many games that I've kind of got stacked up thinking I'd quite like to have a go of that. Whether I play them all the way through on stream or not, I don't know. I may well do another version of here's the first 3 hours, and if I was really enjoying it but wanted to move on to other things, I might play it off stream and just put it up on YouTube as a sort of second or third part, so I can see the end of the game. But it'll be complete as a playthrough on YouTube, but maybe only one part of it is actually recorded live. The other part is just me sitting chatting away as if I would be normally. But we'll see how we go. There's a whole with my sudden sort of change of tack into more cozy type of games. Then there's obviously now a whole host of other games that can be played. So yeah, as I say, I haven't abandoned horror altogether, but I think we'll very much pick the very best of the horror games to play rather than anything and everything of the horror games. So that's kind of where we're at the moment. Industry wise, won't make a lot of sense to many of you, but one of the first companies that I started with when I first started streaming, I think a lot of us do Stream Elements. You'll have seen it in a lot of people's chats, no doubt, as a bot. It seems to be on very, very thin ice at the moment. They're looking for somebody to buy the company because it's not particularly doing so well, and it's been a free application for a number of years. I mean, almost over a decade, I think it's been free. But it is now beginning to struggle greatly to actually keep the lights on and the doors open. So I think they're looking for somebody to buy it. Wouldn't be hugely impactful on me because I've moved most of my. They basically provide a platform for sponsorship and for people donating, so you can donate through and it ends up in your PayPal account or whatever. And they also do sort of free overlays, etc., that you can put into your stream. My basic alerts, so my subs and follows, etc., have all been made in Stream Elements. So I would have to shift them across if that was the case, if they did go under, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. I did shift a hell of a lot of stuff across into Mix It Up probably about 6 months ago. So fortunately for that, I kind of preempted a bit of that happening. But you never know. It might survive. It'd be a great shame to see it disappear because it's helped a lot of very. Oh no, I believe Stream
Oh
Elements the single
shit.
most used streaming
Here
app,
we
maybe
go
second only.
again.
Yeah, absolutely. Hello, Baseman, and hello, Grim. Um, yeah, it's been. I think it was probably about 6 months ago, Baseman. They put a sort of plea out to the community that they were beginning to struggle, and it would be really helpful if people could donate something or join their Patreon even and just give them a monthly sort of sub if effectively, because it was all going a bit horribly wrong. Now, I'm not wanting to talk about any kind of politics on the stream, but they are Israeli based, and I think that's had a massive impact on them given what's happening in the world at the moment. So I think that's, rightly or wrongly, that's probably pushed them into this position. But they are actively looking for a buyer at the moment to keep things afloat. So I presume they would, transfer their ownership to somewhere else in the world, and the owners or whatever would wander off into the sunset, and the rest of us would keep our alerts, etc. But you're right, Baseman. It is probably, I don't know why it is, but certainly from my perspective, when I first started streaming, it seemed to be the option. It seemed to be the most available option. I would say probably is the thing. It's when I did a search for how I needed to do my alerts and stuff. Stream Elements sort of popped up, and I thought, right, okay, that's fine. I'll put that in, and it's been closely tied with OBS, obviously, as well, all the way through. So, yeah, it's a bit of a shame that politics and the wider world has impacted on this situation. So, but we'll see where it goes. It's been a bit vague. Um, okay, why is this done? Right, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Hello, Banshee. Yeah, absolutely. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is going
Summon
on?
Banshee
Has this
has
thing
made
done it
another deposit
again?
on new cyberware. They've been saving for 38 months. Totally not a scam.
Yeah, something's happening with my. Something's happening with my OBS that every time, sorry, my stream, that every time I try and every time I start streaming, the auto mod goes mad. Okay, that should be it back to normal. Hopefully. Hopefully. Welcome in, Banshee. How are you? Are you good? Hopefully you've had a good Friday. Hopefully you're getting ready for the weekend. When are you going to see the movie? Is the movie out? When are you going to see the movie? But yeah, Baseman. I think that they're obviously setting something up. It's quite interesting in one way because obviously Streamlabs and Streamlabs were bitter rivals. Out today, might go tomorrow or Sunday afternoon. Okay. And for them to actually be putting out a tutorial as to how to translate your stuff across. I certainly wouldn't be using Streamlabs. I'd probably stick it in and mix it up, or it might actually fully push me into a situation where I have to learn StreamerBot a bit better. I'd like to put it into StreamerBot, but StreamerBot kind of scares me a bit. When you go into there, you're like, what am I doing? When you actually follow a tutorial and somebody tells you what you're doing, then you think, okay, that's fairly logical. You start there and you do that, and you put that into there, and then you do that, and then you put that into there, and then you do that. When somebody tells you how to do it, you can follow the logic through. But when you're left looking at StreamerBot, you're like, you just got the circle loading in front of your forehead. You're like, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here. Makes it, well, Stream. I think this is why Stream Elements has been so successful, because it is very intuitive. You just kind of look at it and think, right, okay, I need to do that, that, and that, stick that in there and take the browser source and shove it in there. And lo and behold, it works. Woohoo! Whereas the other ones require a bit more of a mess about with it. As I say, Mix It Up's a bit easier, but StreamerBot baffles me the best of times. 70 stream streak for Grim as well. Fantastic. There's big streaks happening tonight. So yeah, that's probably the big industry bit that we've had. Just in terms of, we haven't lost any followers over the last week. Woohoo! We're stuck at the 975. I'll take that. We now haven't lost anybody for about 4 days, which is great. In terms of the charity, we didn't make the $50 threshold this month. So we're going to have to hold that over until next month, and we'll get paid out twice then, because we'll have gone over the $50 threshold by that point, which is, it's fine. We just get a big bump of money into the charity towards the end of the thing. I think I'm always about 1 sub a month short. That's the frustrating thing is I'm about 1 sub a month short of breaking that $50 threshold every month. And I kind of look at it and think, oh, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. And then we don't do it. And I'm like, damn it. But we catch up the next month. I did actually have a bit of a freak out. I was on Twitter this morning and I saw some random VTuber saying, oh my God, Twitch has raised the limit to $100 before you get paid out. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be about 3 months at a time before I get paid out anything at that rate. But they've got themselves a little bit, I think they've done something with just normal bank accounts or something like that. I don't know what it is. If you use PayPal, which I do for that particular thing, but people sub to you, Banshee. You've got recurring subs as opposed to people just. That's the thing about Twitch. Once you've put your sub in and said, yeah, I know you haven't been streaming, but people don't remember to go back and cancel their sub. So once they've hit the sub button, it just keeps recurring. Absolute scamcino indeed. So yeah, one of those ones. But okay, as I say, it's not a big deal because there will be a payout next month, and we'll add that to the total for the charity as we get to the end of the support for the Volunteer Life Brigade. But it just slightly frustrates me every month that it is literally. I mean, I'm sat at sort of like $48.50. Literally every month, waiting for 1 sub to come in, and it'll just push it over the top and push it into the payout zone. But such is life. At some point, we'll get there, and it'll just be a consistent thing. So that's why the charity total hasn't moved this month, because everybody will have been paid out their Twitch payout by now, I would imagine. So let me think. Let's go and do the Scamcino and see where we get to there, and then we'll start looking at one of these games, I think. I don't think there's anything else to chat about at the moment. So let's do that. We shall go to, where's the button? I never remember where this button is. Okay. We are there. Is that playing? Yeah, it's just low. Yeah, Lily was a bit slow at putting a booty shaking on there. I wondered if the music was playing. So there we go. Whoa! Typing on laptop sounds slow. There we go. Who was that then? Skynet wins. Choose the outcome. It was Ultra Lando Norris. Good. Right, let us go across to the green screen and we shall start from there. So I will put on the green screen, play the drop game, and I'll be back with you very, very shortly. Well, well. It's just as well I didn't put the vertical on. Just as well I didn't put the vertical on tonight because I forgot to put that screen in. Which is interesting. Let's shove that across there. I was tempted to put all my 35,000 channel points again, but decided against it. Well, there you go. You could have been super, super rich tonight. So that's there. Okay, I am sorry, as I say, I'm checking things as I go to make sure this vertical thing's going to look okay when I actually ever start it. So I think what I'm going to do is start with. We'll do the Creature Kitchen demo. I'm not entirely sure what this is all about, but I've seen a lot of people sort of playing this. So hopefully it's good. Right, it's interesting watching that actually. Creature Kitchen. Let's do that, and we put this into game. Cool, cool, cool. And we has this. Options. Graphics. Full screen, 1920 by 1440. VSync. We don't want VSync. Frame cap 60. Screen shake. Okay. Dithering effects. I don't know. Whatever. We'll do that. Audio. Can we hear audio? Is audio good? Ooh. Rumble scale. Oh, okay, so we're going to play this with a controller, can we? Right, okay, hang on. If we can play it with a controller. Let's play it with a controller. Always better to play with a controller from my point of view. How does the sound? Is the tunes okay against my voice at the moment? Are we good from that point of view? Crouch toggle invert. Right, okay, look sensitivity. That seems all fine. Let's do new game. Did I put that into? Press. Okay, let's not press Y for flashlight because. Okay, Y for flashlight. Ooh, okay. Ooh, right. Okay, this I didn't actually. Ooh, I didn't expect this to start like this. I am slightly had to fix Twitch there. For some reason my quality was set to 360. Sometimes it does that. It does kind of mad stuff and defaults down to some weird thing. What's this? Okay, we just need to chase the will-o'-the-wisp, do we? Hold triggers to run. Okay, not both of them at once. Hold one trigger or the other. Okay. What's this? Need a key. Okay, not getting into there. Let's follow the thing that's telling us to follow. Lost and found. Nothing in there. Okay, green means go, obviously. Oh, what's this? An idol? What? Whoa, dude. Okay. There. Recipe? An egg sandwich recipe. What the heck's going on here? I have no idea what's going on there. What's happening? Can I shut this door? It's making me... Okay. Example. Grim wants nothing. This is an example. Take a photo of a creature to learn what meals they want. Feed each creature a handful of different meals to become friends. When you earn 3 hearts, you'll be gifted a key. Okay, whoa, that's fast. She loves the music of the wind. Always chittering beneath the porch. Seems to think he owns the place. If you're quick enough, you might catch a glimpse of this little demon. Sure likes making little messes in the pantry. Okay, so there's loads and loads and loads of stuff. A key. Where are we going? Can I use this? Oh, hang on a minute. Okay, so we had a triangular key, and that opened that. Right, there's loads of stuff happening here. Cooking basics. Impress everyone, or dine trying. Every meal is made by placing ingredients in the oven. Close the door to inform the unit your offerings are ready. Be patient and linger not long near the void of creation. If you need to slice an ingredient, a knife is your best bet. For the safety of your countertop, always use a cutting board. If rage overtakes you, put the knife down. Blend ingredients once placed in a bowl. Make sure to mix in a consistent direction. Should you need to empty the bowl, use the spring-loaded plate beneath to eject its contents. Fry up your ingredients to bring out their savoury flavours. Once the oil stops popping in the pan, flip and cook the other side. In kitchen emergencies, the pan can be used for... What do you mean? In kitchen emergencies? What? Okay. Nice. Mini Matt's Big Top Bonanza's coming to town. Meet all your favourite I don't want to meet clowns or spiders. Order your pizza from Papa Corleone. I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse. Buy 2 medium pizzas. Get a silly straw for free on the house. Capiche? Dial now. We're waiting. Cool. So that's the advert channel.
2, 4, 1,
5241
2,
52412
5.
524125. Don't look for meaning in these numbers. There's no point to them at home.
6.
What do you mean? Now you've changed it. I was reaching for my pen and
9.
trusty... Okay. You're telling me nonsense. Put that off. Ooh, okay. Can't use that at the moment. We have, okay, here's the chopping board and the knife. Trash, right, okay. Uh-huh. Ooh, recipe. A PBJ sandwich recipe. Nice. Okay, so we've got knives, forks, spoons there. Remember that. Flour. What's this? Maple syrup. Beautiful. Spray bottle. Maybe don't want to put spray bottle. We don't want to put bleach and stuff. Broth. Oh, okay. Hang on. Whoa. Okay, put that there. Tomatoes. What's this? Sugar. Yummy bleach. Indeed. Cheese. Cheesoo. Toast. Ingredients. Oh heavens, this is easy to burn. Luckily my oven knows how to create just about anything. God, that moves so quickly. Pancakes. Dough. Maple syrup. Okay. One day these will spawn an international cult dedicated to their glory. So it jumps from 2 to 5. Egg sandwich. So I need to find the other... I take it I need to find the other recipes. And then a PB&J sandwich. And 30 French fries. Okay, nice. 43. A mistake. Okay. Weird. I'm going to need to get keys. Read me, please. Hello, my dear. Thank you for looking after my home on such short notice. My departure must be very concerning. Keep them fed and you should have nothing to worry about. What do you mean? If you need some ideas for meals, keep an eye out. There should be some recipe cards scattered about. Take care and remember to make good memories. Okay, magnets. Slightly worrying. Okay, we can put that back. What does she mean? Everything should be okay. What's that? Cheese. Oh, that's bread. Okay. Okay, we've done that. We've done the cooking basics. Obviously, we need to get into some of these pasta, salt. Right. I thought I saw somebody out there. Can't do anything with that. Can't get in there. Can't get in there. Oh, these are all requiring keys, obviously. There's a candle there. We can't get in there. We can't get in there. And these are all rooms with different keys on them. This... Okay, we've got a pantry here, it would look like. So we've got water. Why is there water in bottles in here? Bread. Oh no. Why did the door close? Hello? Okay, we can open the door. That's not so bad. Broth. So this is all just stuff that we've... Stop doing that. Potato. Lily's favourite. Lots of broth. Lots of potatoes, lots of bread, lots of water. This is a Hello? We'd rather the bleach. This is a very, very, very long corridor. Maybe I'm not supposed to ever get to the end of this. But now that I've started down the track, I feel that it's absolutely necessary to keep going until I get to the end. The sounds are getting louder anyway, so... Nah. Am I getting any further from the door? A bit confusing. Am I supposed to be going down here? Am I not supposed to be going down here? Are we going to break the game before we even started? I feel that we're maybe not supposed to go down there. There we go. Yeah, alrighty. Clock. Recipe. Spaghetti and meatballs. Mmm. Cheese and crackers. Do we need a Do you really need a recipe for cheese and crackers? Okay, so we've got all our recipe cards in there. Okay. Nothing in there. Something's moving down there. Hello? Okay. What's this? Recipe. Nice. Can't do anything about that. Okay. Cup of tea. Mushroom. Ooh, is that mushroom? No, that mushroom's still there. Let's take this inside. Okay. I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to be doing. And obviously we've met the raccoon thing, but I don't know. Am I just supposed to make meals now to put out and see if they'll befriend me? Okay. Toast. So if I get some bread... Where was the bread? Let's open all the doors that we can, just so we can see. Okay. Okay. bread. Okay. Let's take some bread slices and put it in the oven. Ta-da! We made toast. Okay. Hold bumpers to magnify. Okay. Can I put that there? Hello? Interesting. I have no idea what happened there, to be honest, but you know. So we made toast, pancakes. We need dough, mixed flour and water, and maple syrup. So we've got flour. There's a recipe in the back of there. I spied it. Meatball sub. Oh, I love a meatball sub. How do we mix? Okay, we mix flour. How do I get? Oh, I don't know. Wait, stop, stop, stop. Grilled cheese. Grilled cheese. How do we? Oh, we'll need to get the water out of the bottle, won't we? That's what we need the water for. Water. And put the water in there. Then we can do this. Okay, we has that. And then, this is the weirdest thing in the world. Am I putting the bottle in there? Okay, right, here we go. Tasty. Look at that. Beautiful. Pancakes. Is it all? Do I? Okay. So I can't put that there. I can't put this down anyway. It would appear to be. I need to put. I can't get in there, so it would appear that I have to put everything down on the plate here. A fish key? What the heck? Ooh, look, we can get into the fridge now. Beautiful. We need to take a picture though. Didn't it say? Where did we see the... There was an instruction somewhere. Cooking basics. Every meal is placed in ground. Yeah, be patient, linger. Yes. If you need to slice an ingredient, yes. Blend ingredients, yes. Once the oil stops popping. I thought we saw somewhere. Did it not say somewhere about... Is it over here? Take a photo of a creature to learn what meals they want. Where am I getting the... What? What's this? Where am I getting the camera, though? Do I need to find the oh, hello? Why did I not notice that before? Hmm. Okay, where am I finding it? Okay, let's shut that for a second because it's freaking me out. Where am I finding the camera? Have I got a camera? No, don't do that. Okay, don't do that. That's not gonna happen. What the heck's that? Slop, AI or otherwise. Okay. Where on earth am I going to find this camera then? Why have I got that kind of abacus looking weird thing? Don't understand that. Hang on a minute, there's something up here. Camera! Press X to take a picture. Oh, okay. Right. Be very, very quiet. Do you think she's in there? There's nothing there. She's gone. Right. Who's in here? Nobody? Come on. Hello, Kerry Koala. Soon to be moving house. How are you? You kept that nice and quiet? How exciting. I am busy and tired. I am also busy and tired. This is great news, Kerry. When are you moving? Hello, Dan Koala. So you need to tell us what's the tea here? Yes, I didn't want to say it too early as we've been let down so many times. Should have the completion date any day now. Fantastic. I love it. So, is this... Yeah, if you're moving, you have bought house as well as sold house. Is that right? Amazing. That's good news. Tell the yeah, you don't believe it, okay. Okay. Oh god, don't do that. I have no clue of what I'm trying to do here. Maybe there's a hint somewhere. Is that just a basic puzzle, or do I need to... I think this is just to move things about until it actually works. Yeah, it's a little light on the instructions. We're kind of having to figure things out as we go. However... what's that recipe for? Omelette recipe, beautiful. Oh, stop throwing the camera away. Right, I need to try and find this. Where's this raccoon gone? What's that? That's a mushroom. Okay. I'm trying to... There was a raccoon that was kicking about here, but we kind of scared it away. I'm not sure whether I'm supposed to be trying to find it. What's this? Oh, a recipe. Mushroom stir fry. Nice. Well, not nice. I'm not that big a fan of mushrooms, to be quite honest. But so, are you? Is this your absolute ideal house, or is it a kind of stopgap, or is it? This is the one we've been searching for. Is it? What's the story? It's the doer-upper that I'm never leaving. Okay, good. So this is this the one that you saw ages ago that you really wanted, but everything kind of fell through the last time and you couldn't get to it? Yes, good. Oh, that's brilliant. Even better. Well, that's great news. I'm really glad for you. Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing now. Hello, Emmy. God, that's so loud. You don't want to discuss the amount of work that needs done inside. Okay. Well, but if that's what you want and you're never going to leave it, then you've got time to just take your time, sort through things and make it work. Hello, Pemmy, how are you? Lovely to see you in. Target ID, Trash Cat. Okay. Okay, I've no idea what that... 90 stream streak. Good lord. Right, where am I finding these... It's you, Where am I finding these photos? Ah, maybe in here. Our family. She loves the music and has a knack of finding things. Seems to like music, might be a bit of a thief. Okay, so we've done that. Trash Cat, always chittering. Wants 2 sandwiches. Okay, so sandwiches. PB&J. I don't think we can make PB&J though, can we? I haven't seen the peanut butter or the grilled cheese. We could. Have I found a cheese slice? All the time I've not figured out what cheese pairs best with the bread. Maybe they know. PB&J, bread slice, peanut butter jam. Spaghetti and meatballs. That's not. Cheese and crackers. No. Toast, pancakes, egg sandwich, a fried egg. I don't think I've seen any eggs. Broth, tomato. Did we see any eggs anywhere? That's sugar. Spray. None of that. Any chickens bombs you can check? No, I haven't seen any of them. Everything's got a lock on it. It's a nightmare. So we've got that and that and that and that. Okay, let's go into the pantry again. So we've got maple syrup, we've got carrot. Oh, right, okay, so we've got, as you get ingredients, more ingredients go into your pantry. Flour. Right, okay. I think we need to maybe let's try and get a photo of this bird again. Hello, Jack. How are you? Right. If we put this here, and then we put this in our hand, and then we ring this bell. Kerry, look. What do you think is going to appear there? Badger time. We're keeping that. Okay, nice. Okay, nice. Okay, so there's nothing nothing happening if we... I can hear the thing chittering away, but I'd love a porch and a rocking chair and a shotgun and a spit bucket. Okay. You can just see Kerry in her ideal house with a spittoon and some chewing tobacco. What have we got in here? We've got milk, lettuce, butter, strawberries. Okay. Get off my land, indeed. So we've got... We can mix strawberry and sugar to make jam. Let's do that then. No, not butter. Okay. Once you've taken the thing out, you can't put it back in. I meant to do that and get the strawberry. Put that in there. And then flour. No, it wasn't that. It was sugar. Okay, let's do this. Sugar. Do that and shut that door. And put that in there. And then we can use this. Okay, so we've got jam. But I don't know where we're finding this peanut. Oh, well, there's slop. I don't think we should be using that. We've got salt. We've got pasta. Peanut butter. Okay, right. We're moving now. Okay, let's go. We can do that. Peanut butter. Bread slice 2. Peanut butter and jam. Okay, so open the thing. It is indeed Grimm's Kitchen. There. And we can use this and put that there. And then we can get a bread slice and put that there. And put a bread slice and put that there. And then do that and that. Let's go. PB&J sandwich. Let's go. Okay. This is even funny. It's how Scott's really... Welcome in, Jetski. How are you? No! Go away! Where do I put that then? Ah, stupid bird. Ah, but that was... I've wasted my ingredients now. Oh no! Okay. So we've got peanut butter. I gave that to the wrong thing. Because I thought you just put everything out on the veranda. So I now need to make more jam. I'm not sure where I'm going to find that additional strawberry. Doesn't look like I'm going to find anything there. This is not good news. Strawberry. Okay, that's fine. Let's do that then. Put that in there, and then we can do this. Okay, and then we can put this there, and this there, and that there, and that there. Right, okay. Make the PB&J. Right, okay. Right, so I'm not sure where to put this, though. There. Okay. Hi. Hi. Well, at least she's not immediately running away now. So she wanted 2 sandwiches. What else? What other kind of recipes have we got? Grilled cheese. Where am I getting this? Where am I getting the cheese slice from? How do I make cheese? Butter. Raw steak. Butter. We've got milk. And we've got butter. And we've got an egg. Okay, hang on a minute. There's more stuff in there now. PB&J. Meatball sub. We could make a meatball sub. Ground beef, mix raw steak and salt. Right, we're doing that then. Okay, weird. It changes every time you open the fridge door, which is kind of strange. Salt. Where the hell's salt? There we go. So we're mixing. What was the recipe? Bread slice times 2, tomato sauce, mix tomato and salt. Where the hell's the tomatoes going? I saw them somewhere. They're in this top drawer. Tomato. And then more salt. Where's the salt? Dude. Salt, please. Yeah. Oh, that's water. Where's the salt? Sugar. Salt. Thank you. I'm quite enjoying this. I might actually get the full game. How's your week been, Jet? Has it been good? Bread slice. My body loves vine fruits. We'll give it a doorstepper. Yes. Right. Meatball sub. Beautiful. Surely that counts as a sandwich. Present. Hello. Where'd he go? Oh, up here. Thank you. Okay, we now have square key. Where does square key go? Okay, now we get cheese. We've opened the cheese cupboard. Beautiful. Pizza recipe. Heaven. Look at that. A cheese wedge. Beautiful. Okay. I'm not entirely sure what I'm using that for, to be fair. Okay, so what's any 2 meals? So we've got corn. We don't know where that cat is, though. Take a photo of a creature to learn what meals they want. Feed each creature a handful of different meals to become friends. When you earn 3 hearts, you'll be gifted a key. So we've got that, and we've got that. I don't know how people consider these little guys pests. They always clean the floor for me. But we've no idea what they're actually... If you're quick enough, you might catch a glimpse of this little demon. Sure likes making messes in the pantry. Took me a while to figure out what this one wants, so I keep his favourite snacks stashed away from the other critters. You can watch their dances for hours, simply mesmerising. Do we think that's the... Where's my camera gone? Okay. Their dances for hours. Do we think that's the... Okay, fireflies. Whoops. Hello. Right, let's go in here. Can put that down there. Hello. Good God. Not a bad week. Little wins here and there. Had a free pizza for lunch yesterday, which was lovely. Banshee, are you still here? Banshee sent me something. Where did she send me it? 2 seconds, Jet. I need to find this. I don't think she's still here. It was on... Where was it on? It was on that. Too many different messaging platforms. No, it wasn't. Was it? Too many different messaging platforms. She sent me some monster. Some new monster, I think it was. But I have no idea which platform it was on. Interesting. Had a free pizza for lunch yesterday, which was lovely. It made my week fantastic. You don't see these guys much. You can simply watch the dance. Wants nothing. On a diet? Okay, so... like a lot of moisture. So we've got nothing more there. I think I tried taking a photo of in here. Okay, so... Banshee's... I don't know where she sent me that. It's annoying me now. She sent me... I saw you on the rocking chair, you crazy raccoon thing. Okay, the evening's ever watching eye. The evening's ever watching eye. Okay, let's find a tree trunk. I mean, that kind of looks like what that picture was, but... don't see anything there. I think it was a guava one, Jet. But it looked like it was like a pale blue, turquoisey, duck shell looking can. But I can't remember what... unless she sent... she wouldn't have sent... oh, it might have been on... is it Instagram? Yes. Ultra Vice Guava. 0 sugar. Turquoise, wait. Yeah, that's the one. Is it good? I shall have to go and search. Ooh, is that? No, that's just a... Indeed, it's lovely. Okay, I'll need to go in search of that tomorrow. The thing that she sent said find it in Tesco, but I'm not a Tesco shopper. I'm not a big fan of Tesco. Q Kerry spitting. No, you're you are Tesco, aren't you? Okay, where are these? What is the evenings ever watching eye? Exclusive to Tesco until July the 1st. Well, that's not much use. There's not a Tesco near. Oh, in fact, actually, now that I think about it, there is a Tesco right next to Pets at Home, where I need to go tomorrow. So I shall find my way to there. I'm not finding the evenings ever watching eye. I fear that I'm either scaring them away or just we haven't quite got that far yet. Okay. Can't see anything. Why is there an exclusivity deal on it, Jet? Just for interest's sake. Does it not benefit getting it out to as many people as possible? Right, let's try and find whatever it is in the... Okay, so we've done the fireflies. The evening's ever watching eye. I can't even see what's there. Right, okay. Took me a while to figure out what this one wants. So I keep his favourite snack stashed away from the other critters. Okay. So am I just kind of waiting about to see what pops out of the woodwork here? Do I just need to stay... Can I put off the lights? Maybe if I put the lights off. Okay. I have no idea why that won't work then. Oh. Right, I can't put them off. Kind of weird. Okay. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Supermarkets often will pay to have it exclusive for a short period, most often a month or two. We take a chunk of cash. In return, we activate a load of... yeah, okay, we get to track it very closely to see how it sells, and we can build up a huge stockpile of stock in the background ready for wider distribution. Tesco being the big supermarket is a great one to do it, and they have the largest estate and easy EPOS data to access. I see. Okay. A goober? Holy moly! Okay. What does a goober eat? We need to find out. Oh. 3 tastes of Italy. Okay. Goobers like 3 tastes of Italy. Okay, fair enough. Who am I? French fries, pizza, dough, mix flour and water. Flour and water. Okay. We can do this. Flour, water. Okay. Tomato sauce. Oh, that's... Tomatoes are in here. Hello, Kisa. How are you? Salt, 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 salt. Anybody got any salt? Where are we getting the salt from? There, that's fine. I would have thought you'd have put sugar in the tomatoes rather than salt, but there we go. Slightly aggressive, that, isn't it? Okay, so we've got that. Dough, sauce, and a cheese slice. How do we make a cheese slice? Do we put... do we put a cheese wedge? Ah, that's how we make a cheese slice. Okay. Okay. In here. Pizza. Okay, we leave the pizza down here. Nice. Nice. Right, what else have we got in our recipe box? Pizza, French fries, cheese and crackers, mistake, toast, pancakes, omelette, egg sandwich, grilled cheese, PBJ. Is a meatball sub Italian? Asking for a friend. I used to get these from the deli before it mysteriously vanished. Spaghetti and meatballs. Okay, let's do that. Pasta, tomato sauce. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. Pasta is in here. Tomato sauce we're getting good at now. Although we're running out of tomatoes. And we can go in here. Tomato sauce. Pasta, tomato sauce, ground beef. Okay, give. Where's the steak? Put that in there. And what was that? Salt. Okay, so we need more salt. Everything that's salt in. I don't have salt in anything. I would never actually add salt to anything. Put that there. And is that us? Pasta, tomato sauce, ground beef. Let's go. No. Wouldn't do it on chips either. If I was getting them from the chippy, I'd just get salt. I wouldn't get vinegar. You get free chips today as well. Beautiful. What's that? Okay. You're getting all the freebies today. Pizza. Okay. Meatball. The only thing I can think of is that a meatball sub sounds a bit sketchy from Italy, but you know. I can't think of anything else. If it's a taste of Italy, that's the only things that I've got that could be remotely. Okay. Oh no, I don't need a cheese slice. Put that there. Bread. Okay, so we're getting one of them. Bread. One of them. And then we are ground beef. And then where's the salt? Show that in there, and then there, and there. And then tomato sauce, which is tomato. And salt. Which is not here. There. Thank you. Uh-huh. It's a bit tenuous, a meatball sub being that's more New York deli, isn't it? But it's not really an Italian thing, but I don't think I've got any other. Presento. Ooh. I mean, it's Italian in New York, you just said. From a deli. Where are we? Ooh. Okay. Mug. Recipe. Steak and egg. Hello? Who's knocking? I love the fact that the raccoon's sitting on the... Okay. It's slightly strange. Come back soon. They'll be waiting. Does that mean it was the end of the demo? That must be the end of the demo then, is it? Slightly weird. I mean, this is a demonstration, so it's... Oh, hang on a minute. Ooh, hang on. Yeah, okay. That must be the end of the demo. Damn it! Well, that's good because the game itself is on sale at the moment, and I just wanted to play a bit of it to understand if it was actually going to be good fun or not. And it looks very good. So, well, one last look at the no, because oh, that's a bit weird because the last time I was here. So let's put the key there. Okay, I can put a mug. Mushroom soup. The dish may not follow all the rules of stir fry, but rules are really just suggestions. Mushroom soup. A potato slice. Broth. Let's try this then before we stop. Because we've got broth, we've got mushrooms, and we've got potatoes, and there's a place to put this mug outside. But I don't know who's going to turn up when we do that. But we do have somewhere we've got broth, but I can't remember where. I've got a funny feeling that was the end of the demo though, but I am curious as to broth. There we go. What happens? Potato slices down here, I think. Potato. I don't know what that thing with the legs is. It's freaky, I know that much. Okay, we got potato slice. And then what else? A mushroom slice times 2. Mushroom. Mushroom slice. And then mushroom slice. Okay. Maybe not what I was anticipating. I thought it might be a mug. Nah, I see. Okay, maybe I haven't unlocked that yet. Okay. Interesting stuff. I think let's take a wee picture of this thing. Target ID pants. Okay, let's see what it's saying. Took me a while to figure out what this one wants, so I keep his favourite snacks stashed away from the other critters. Well, it wouldn't be bread, it would be peanut butter. Oh god, I've picked up another one. Yeah. Spooky! Why can't I just do that? I thought it might actually do something if I put it all in order. It doesn't. Okay. Right, okay. Nice. I like it. I'm gonna get that game then. Because it's fun. And I want to find out what you have to feed the pants. Right, let's do that and then exit that. But it appears that I'm kind of, although I haven't got what's in here. I'm not entirely sure how to entice. Oh, they've gone. Interesting. So I've got that one. I haven't got that one yet. I've got the pants and I haven't got the... I mean... I don't know whether I'm just haven't seen what... No, don't throw the cat. But I can't see anything on the actual... Tree trunks. Anywho, as I say, I think I'm going to end up getting that game. So let's stop that. That was very enjoyable. Right. One of the other one that I wanted to play, as I say, was recommended by... Where the hell have I put it? A new friend of the stream, Quiet Pause. So let's have a look at that, because it's pretty cool, by all accounts. Ambroise Niflette. Mm-hmm. I just need to check that this is going into the right... Uh-huh. Okay. Pleased to meet you. I'm the famous detective, Ambroise Niflette. Recently, I received a letter from a strange postman informing me of a terrible robbery. The church bell of the small village of Touvoir has disappeared. This has jeopardised the town's famous event, the Time and Apple Festival. Let's not waste time. Here I go. Is the volume quite loud? It seems quite loud to me. It's a bit... Okay, thank you, Kaz. Give me 2 seconds. Aventure. It might just be the starting music, who knows. This looks incredible. At last, here I am in Touvoir. Nothing has changed in all these years. He's wound up at the back. Aventure. This is very, very French, Lily. What an odd sound. There's no time to waste. Jean-Charles Tuyon. Mr. Mayor, here I am. I came as fast as I could. Reminds me of the Moomins. Ooh, okay. I don't think I can do French accents for everyone. Let me just... I can't actually turn this down, I don't think. 2 seconds. Let's do that. Hopefully that's better. What on... I'll just do a kind of pompous British accent. What on earth? What are you doing here? You can't get much more French than that name, or maybe Jean-Claude. I know, yeah. The festival doesn't start until tonight. Who are you? Ambroise Niflette. I am the detective that you requested to investigate the theft of the bell. But I don't get it. You mean the Gleaned bell? I can assure you that it is in its right spot. Then it is nonsense. I received a letter from you urging me to come and help as soon as I could. Look. What are you saying? This is impossible, and I'm telling you I don't know anything about this. I never sent this letter. Oh my god. Mr. Tuyon! Martin Caro. It's awful. But Martin, this is all cockeyed, is it not? What's gotten into you? I'm just going to read it. The bell. It's I feel like I'm going insane. Well, what about the bell? It's gone. It's no longer in the bell tower. What are you all going on about? Come, quick. Feet. I'm completely lost. There's no time to waste. You, follow me. I love the way it's going sideways. It's been pinch-head. You're sold after seeing Martin. It can't be. Oh, tragedy. What are we going to do? The festival can't happen without the Gleaned bell. That's right. Without the bell, we have to cancel the festivities. But it can't possibly have flown away. In my 15-year career, never such tragedy has occurred. Mr. Niflette, you said you were a detective, didn't you? You must help us. Yes, that's what I came for. And what I've been trying to tell you since I got here. I will go and prepare, and if... God, it cracks on a bit. Did you hear that? What was that? It came from the foot of the village. Let's go and see. Uh-oh. Bridge is out. The bridge! By the saint of the apple. I almost got to the other side. Well, actually I didn't. Are you okay? Oh! I feel like I've seen you before. My dear Just, what happened? The river! The bridge collapsed in the floods. How awful. Everything is going pear-shaped. I won't be able to take on my deliveries. The darn village is surrounded by water. So we are trapped here. We will never find the culprit. We will never get our bell back. I wouldn't be so sure about that, Mr. Mayor. The bell has been stolen? What do you mean, Niflette? Hang on a minute. I must be able to turn the volume down. I heard a strange metallic noise when I arrived. A resounding sound reminiscent of a bell. It happened only minutes ago. Did you see anyone cross the bridge? No one. I was preparing for my next shift. And just as I was about to leave, well, you saw it. That's what I thought. I assumed the bell must be quite heavy. As I see things, the thief would not have had enough time to escape before the bridge collapsed. So they're stuck in the village, just like we are. Oh. Why, you're not a detective for nothing. Let's head back to City Hall. I need to gather up our fellow villagers and break the terrible news to them. What? Disappeared? That's nonsense. The bell protects us and the village. I waited all year long for the festival. It's the main event in Touvoir, and now it's cancelled. How am I going to make up for the losses? And the bridge? How are we going to get deliveries? We can't even get out of town. Would the Saint of the Apple have abandoned us like that? That's awful. Who could have dared to steal our precious Gleaned bell? What a cruel being. Come on, let's not panic, all right? We still have hope. The culprit is still inside the village. We will take care of unmasking them and retrieve our precious bell. When all this foul chapter is over, we will have a wonderful festival. In the meantime, you can get back to your day. Rest assured, the matter is in good hands. No longer a festival, no longer a bridge. The bell, and the culprit is among us. Please, don't go too far. Well, I can't really, there's no bridge. Stand on the square while I get your contract and tired accommodation ready for the time of your investigation. Okay, we're getting a house as well. Try to talk with the locals that are still around while you're waiting. Right, we get some freedom now, hopefully. I can maybe get to the options. Ooh. You have received a letter informing you that the bell of the village of Touvoir on Time Epom has been stolen. Upon arriving in the village, the mayor assures you that he didn't write the letter, yet Martin Carrot rushes in frantically announcing the news of the bell's disappearance. Unmask the culprit and find the Gleaned bell. Okay, option. Sound. Oh, no. Option. Maybe I need to do it with the sound. Music, take that down a bit. Because that seems to be the worst bit of that one. Back again. Okay. An old gramophone. Okay. Who's this guy?
Hey.
Samuel Fruitier. He'd be... Don't tell me. He's the greengrocer. Hello, what can I do for you? Do to you? A detective? This early? You're quick. What happened this morning has disrupted my entire schedule. You see, right now I should be working at the Bourg de Puy grocery shop. Right, I didn't even introduce myself. I'm Samuel Fruitier. I am the manager of both our village's grocery store and bar à team, which you can see right there. In fact, I actually own both places. The bar opens at night. If you like to have a drink when you get some free time. If you have any questions, I am happy to help. Okay. My girlfriend is as soft as the buns she bakes. Ooh. Just had to... Oh my goodness. Kerry, what has happened? What has happened to the Friday shop? Just as we were speaking about Tesco. Okay. The store shipments can't get through because of the flooding. I hope it won't last too long. When it's sunny, my feet all happy. Really? Without the bell, our village is as if frozen in time. It makes sense, really. We can no longer hear the hourly chiming. If you meet my brother, please tell him to take a break and rest. Okay, we'll get ads starting in 3 minutes. Okay. So, his girlfriend would be the baker, and he's the grocer. Who's this? Azali Pivoine. Missed over half the shopping, and the guy on the phone was trying to fob Dan off with a refund if we made a list. But we needed the stuff for tomorrow too, so they heard my very loud, angry comments and sent the driver back. Right. Wait, mammy. The thing is, poor driver, though. The drivers don't pick the stock. They just, I know, absolutely. Although you should have been told before. He had one job and screwed it up. Dan wouldn't let me go to the door because I'd have told him to. Yeah, but the driver doesn't know. The driver doesn't do that. It was his fault. What did he do? Did he give it to somebody else? What's he done? He's missed the trays. Oh, so he didn't actually load it onto his vehicle. It's sat back at the store. If it's sat back at the store, oh, he gave us other people's stuff. Ah, okay. That is his problem then. Such a terrible event in Touvoir of all places. Rushing. Shocking. Oh, hi. Can I help you, little guy? You're not from around here, are you? I hope you didn't come for the festival. It seems like it's been compromised. You're sounding a bit sketchy, you are, already. Oh, a detective. I'm sorry, you look so young that I addressed you informally by reflex. I'm Azalee Pivoine. Nice to meet you. I am the teacher of a class of 3 pupils. There are not many kids in our village, I have to say. The older ones... all left already. The nearest middle school is in a neighbouring town. We were in class this morning. But following our mayor's terrible announcement this morning, today's class ended early. I've gathered what appears to be an alibi for Azalee. I'll make a note of it in my investigation notebook. To verify her statement, I will ask someone else on the square about today's class. I should try and talk to someone else. Okay. Can I kick this? I can kick that ball. I was carved from a bicentennial tree. Let's find the testimony regarding Azalee's morning class in my notebook so I can question Samuel. Study notebook. Okay. How do I... Turn the page. Okay. 3 pupils attending Touvar School. Azalee claims that the children were all in class this morning. Okay. X. Right, okay. Hang on a minute. X. The kids? What annoys me most is Dan just agreeing to whatever they say, hence my intervention. Now, Dan is in the doghouse, but I have my shopping. Poor Dan. The kids. I saw them on the square this morning. They were headed towards the foot of the village. Do you think they're up to something? The statement contradicts what Azalee told us earlier. Let's try to confront her with this new piece of information. Okay. Oi, Azalee, you fibber. Good grief, that trash can is huge. Chat, it's huge. I love being a primary school teacher and teaching lots of different subjects rather than specialising in just one. Okay, we're studying. Turn the page, we're down there. There, and we can inquire. Yes, but they did have class this morning. To be honest, I'm a little ashamed, but they like to play truant. Despite my best efforts, I have a hard time keeping them in line. And should they, against all odds, come to class and study, they're out the door as soon as the 4 p.m. bell rings. I didn't want you to get the wrong idea about my other pupils, hence why I said that they were all there. But truth be told, only Gatien was present today. The statement given earlier seems fairly reliable, but something doesn't sit right with me. Could Azalee Pivoine's lack of authority be the underlying reason why the bell was stolen? If the bell doesn't ring anymore, the children won't storm out of class as soon as they hear it. I can write that down in my notebook. Okay. Niflette, come here a second. Okay, we're going in the mayor's... Josephine, my secretary and lovely wife, has sent your file to the upper echelons of the administration. Bonjour, Mr. Niflette. While we wait for their approval, I suggest you settle in the house we have arranged for your stay. It's in the Bourg Quignon. Please follow me. Okay. I is following.
Oh.
Here you are. These are the keys to your tied accommodation. Is everything okay? It looks slightly framey from my perspective, but it might be okay for you. Some residents have been using the space to store some of their old belongings, but you are now its official tenant. Please make yourself at home. Come back to the town hall tomorrow morning, when I have received the required documents.
Oh.
But right now, please take a moment to rest. We will need your attention as soon as your investigation can lawfully begin. I'm going to slip the items I find into the cover of my notebook. Okay. I can take a closer look at the keys the mayor gave me by rotating them to study their every detail. How do I... Oh, okay. This element seems interesting. Let's take a closer look. A cute keychain shaped like a piece of cheese. Maybe Josephine attached it. Let's take a note of this. I can show it to the residents to see if it rings a bell. Ha ha! No pun intended, Ambroise. I should always examine the objects I find in detail. When I discover something unusual, I can ask the locals by showing them the items in my notebook. Okay. The mayor's official seal is affixed to it. Oh! Now, the mayor said he knew nothing of the letter. Interesting. Yet, the mayor's official seal's on the back of it. Indeed. So I'm going in here. This house has been vacant for a while. I'd better take a nap while I wait for news from Mr. Touillon. Monsieur Touillon. Oh. Okay, can I put the radio on? Intéressant. Très intéressant. An old abandoned record. Let's put it aside to listen to it later. Off to bed. Okay. We can go to the bar. Let's go. What's the first thing you do when you go on your holidays? You have a wee nap and then you go to the bar. Way. Let's go. Who's this bloke? Let's have a quick look here. Ooh. So many Niflettes thrown away, just like that. What a shame. Maybe I should investigate this matter too. I'm not going to get into the fleuriste. What's happening here? Patrick! Hello, I'm sorry, I'm in the way. I'm completely out of fuel. Oh, please, could you help me? In this economy, Patrick? Do you know how expensive petrol is? And you're just asking for that. I need oil. Any kind will do. Maybe the baker has some. Not at this time of night, my man. The boulangerie. Close, come back tomorrow. Yes, indeed. Why did I... Who's this dude? Serge? Oi, 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 you. You can't go further down for now. The flood's wrecked everything. I'm still cleaning up the mess. Pop back when the official game comes out. Pop back when the official game comes out. Superb. I love it. A mailbox. I wonder if the summons I received was sent from here. Okay. Bar à team. Yes. Well, considering Lily's degrees in French, you would expect her to be reasonably proficient by now. Good evening, Mr. Niflette. Are you interested in a glass of Touvoir's delicious apple juice? Feel free to play a game of Run Topo on our arcade machine. No one came here tonight. What a shame. I thought I would have tons of customers wanting to take a load off after all those misfortunes. Laughs. Huh. But I understand that people are upset about what happened. Who knows what this thief on the loose is capable of? With everything that happened today, my business is in jeopardy. I usually have at least one client here to get things off their chest. Regulars come here to have a good time, but a few glasses of juice too many, and it all comes pouring out. All the residents of Touvoir are my customers. You should invite them for a drink. I can guarantee they will be thrilled. I can use this latest testimony to invite the other residents to the bar in the evening. Okay. I like to take pictures of things I find unusual or intriguing. Some of them might end up being important for the rest of the investigation. I'm going to print out a Polaroid picture and stick it in my notebook. I can show it to the villagers to get more information. Okay, it's getting late. Better head back to bed. Dude, he's not exactly... But it's sunny, my... Okay, yeah. Study notebook. Let's have a look at this. The note. And,
Hey.
it's neat that you have a nice quiet place to stay as you investigate. Okay, so we can't do that then?
Hey.
Okay, so we're not doing that. Obviously been directed to leave, we should leave. Is there anybody else kicking about here? Right, we can't do that. Let's go back in there. Off to bed. Okay, we're awake again. Ooh, we've got the old gramophone. So we can play the record on the gramophone. Look, there's graffiti. What's that about? We need to find out what that graffiti's about. These pesky kids. Right, so... Hello, Narcisse Potiron. How can I help you? Do you have something in mind? Oh, my apologies. I often get customers from outside the village. They come to buy bouquets to lay at the cemetery. Excuse me. Like all the time. So you're a detective? Let me introduce myself. My name is Narcisse Potiron. But you can call me Narcisse if you like. I am Touvoir's florist. And you're welcome to visit my shop whenever you please. Well, that's kind of the point of shops, isn't it? To be able to visit whenever you please. Okay. The most beautiful bouquets are those made with heartfelt care, no matter what flowers you pick. Very well, what about it? Okay. Fair enough. Obviously not the right person to speak with about that. Let's leave, thank you. I still haven't got anything for you. Let's go and speak to the boulangerie. Who's this? Rachel Bombelle. Well. A new face. You're the detective sent by Monsieur Bouillon, aren't you? Pleased to meet you. I am Rachel Bombelle. Since you're here to catch the culprit, I assume you're busy gathering statements. All I can say is that there are certain people living here you don't really want to associate with. Ooh, she's got the tea. Come on, spill it. But I wouldn't want to influence your judgment too much. Well, I've already complained to the town hall about a certain Parisian. But you should know that the florist from across the street isn't exactly white as snow. He's far from being an angel. He's the most devious guy. Don't be fooled by how gentlemanly he presents himself. Okay. Here we use short crust pastry for pies. It's much tastier. Shortbread pastries for shortbread biscuits. End of story. Okay. For my wedding to my Sammy, all the flowers will be papercraft. Okay. I don't know if there's anything... Ooh, some oil. Hey, I saw that, but go ahead and help yourself. Samuel gives me plenty anyway. I'm sure Samuel does. Hello, K-Somni, subscribed for 19 whole months. Never mind your leave. Why would you believe it?
Gaysomni has made another deposit on new cyberware. They've been saving for 19 months. Totally not a
There's about 4
scam.
billion things
Gingerly
went off at the
Kaysom's
same
mug.
time there. You regret coming in. Right, I can get Patrick moving. Oh my, you got some oil for me? Thank you so much. I'll fill up right away. What a time to come into street. Yes, how wonderful. You must visit the farm where I work when you have some free time. The way is clear. Bye-bye, Patrick. What a strange character. Can I go and challenge this Narcisse? Herbally, what is medicine to a lone soul can become poison to some? Okay. So we've got the olive oil. What are we doing? We're turning the page. We've got photographs. Rachel, bad-mouthing me. Fork found in kitchen. I don't see her getting along with a lot of people, honestly. She's quite rude, as you surely will notice soon. She's constantly bitter, and for no reason. That being said, she might be right about a local city dweller. Okay. Can we inquire about that? You're taking good notes of everything, I tell you, aren't you? Right, okay, let's go from there. And we can leave here, I think, and go back in here, maybe? Do there. The bakery is open. Let's get this bread. Why would anyone call this a normal croissant when a croissant is far from the norm? Butter is the most essential part. Is that so? Then you should say it to my face. I don't need his sympathy because I get along with the right people. I, for one, have the luxury of choosing who I'm friends with. It's not like I am not accusing him out of thin air. Lately, I've seen him lurking around the cemetery multiple times. Surely it was to scout the area before the theft. Okay. Can we ask about that? That's just what I told you, so what? Okay, right. Okay, so let's go back out of here and back into here. And we can challenge them. Oops, don't do that. What flower do you fit most? I'm sure you'll know by the end of your investigation. Yes, yes, yes. Inquire about. I see. She didn't waste any time. Now she's making things up to make me look suspicious. She doesn't like me very much because she knows Sammy and I get along well. You know Samuel? He's her boyfriend. She's so possessive and jealous that she's always really rude to me. It saddens me a little. I didn't do anything to deserve this. 5 whole % of a menace. Anyway, the only time she could have seen me around the cemetery would be for the festival's preparation. I am in charge of all the flower arrangements. Okay. Right. So we've got that. Samuel expected to get many customers on the evening of the theft. There are always people there. After all, he is absolutely delightful to talk to. But it's true that the theft announcement hit me like a truck. I didn't feel like going out at all. You want to go see Samuel? I'm coming with you tonight then. Nice. Right, let's go. Is there anything else I can do in here? Right. I should probably go in there and get her to come as well. If you're feeling peckish, you can always ask me. I always have bread baked fresh from the very morning. Okay. I'm always so happy to go there when I have time. All right, I'll pop by tonight. Okay. That's good. So we've got that. Have a look in here. Mailbox. Yeah. Okay. I want to do that. Old gramophone. What if I played the vinyl I found in my tied accommodation? Hear it? What block rockin' beats have we got? The melody played by this gramophone is all distorted. The sound seems to be crackled. But hang on, there's something in the horn. It looks like a piece of metal. What could this possibly be there for? I'm going to put it aside in my notebook. Okay. in my notebook. A metal piece, a mysterious reddish metal piece found in the gramophone on the village square. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, my love for peanuts is at 125. Let's ask her. She's just misunderstood. She's really sensitive and always takes good care of the people she loves. Yes, I am aware. She already told me about it. Narcisse and I are not even that close, though. We are just friends, if that. But no matter how many times I tell her, there's no ambiguity between Narcisse and I. She doesn't believe me. Love is complicated, isn't it? No. Okay, so we'll get that and that and that and that. So that's why I see them wandering around the village all the time. I just thought they had way too much time off. I don't remember precisely, but now that you mention it... Hello, Kuru. But now that you mention it, I don't think he was with the other two. Right. What kind of game? It's a detective game. A cozy detective game. We're trying to find out who stole the bell. Hello, children. A bell has been stolen, and we are the detective trying to work out who's stolen it. Yeah, it's good. It's been good so far, anyway. And what about it? Okay. No, Rachel doesn't get along that well with Narcisse, and Eustache, a Parisian, can seem a little cold at first. No, you don't need the exclamation mark. We just need the Kubu 3. Rachel is always full of surprises, you know. She can be a little harsh, but it's part of her charm. Okay, so I think that's that. Let's go and speak to her school pet. Ooh, okay. Who's this? Gatien Petit Pain? Oh, hello, sir. Aren't you a little too old to go to the school? You are pooped. Have you been teaching? Have you been swimming? Have you been boyfriending? Oh, the rain must have made its way here because it's been raining all night. This game looks amazing. It does, Bacon. Don't ask me to tell you what the name of it is. Oh, right, the mayor did say that the bell disappeared, so we really got totally swiped. Huh? That sucks. But what are you coming into our class for? You're looking for the bell? It's not here. I've already checked. You also want to question me? All right, my name is Gatien Petitpas. I'm 10 years old. Well, I'm 9 3/4. Teaching and swimming, and I'm feeling that I missed a few Fridays. My body is exhausted. I'm 9 3/4, but that's basically the same thing. It is indeed. History is my best subject at school. It's the most interesting class to me. Okay. I don't know if they would... Right, let's go... let's go back to her. Gatien. Oh, so this is Gatien. This is the troublemaker. Okay. Kids weren't in class this morning. Okay, let's ask about that. My friends, they're probably our favourite spot. It's the old wash house at the foot of the village. It's quiet and we can be on our own there. Usually I go with them, but my dad is in town today. Oh, I don't want him to catch me skipping. He's a doctor, so he's often in other villages, because he's the one who takes care of the whole area. He's the only doctor left. Good thing he got back right before the floods, or else he wouldn't have been able to come home for ages. Okay. Yeah, right, okay. Yeah. Okay. Right, let's go and speak with the teacher then. Children who work hard in class get a sticker at the end of the week. Nice! It's really sad he can't be here more often. Gatien gets really lonely. Okay. I've already invited 2 people to join me, so I suspect the bar will be packed. Okay, I see. Let's see. Mr. Murop. He arrived a few years ago and has been complaining about the ringing of the bell ever since it was installed. He's from Paris, you understand. You did. Kerry's moving house. Would you believe it? After all these years. Kerry has got house and Kerry has sold house. Dun dun dun. I know, OMG. The tea tonight has been off the scale. So maybe he just got fed up and got rid of it. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Okay. I thought we would never see the day. I'm sorry, I don't think I'll be able to help you in this matter. Right, yep. It's true that she's a little strict. I don't dare look her in the eyes when I order at the bakery. Okay. What about this? You finally got a place all to yourself. Good for you. Okay, right. Okay. That's not important then. Did I see Wade's bands yesterday in your stream? No, I never saw any of it yesterday. Because I was away. I was travelling all day, basically. I was 3 hours travelling and then 3 hours of meeting and 3 hours travelling back. So I never saw any of it at all. I did get Celeste talking about Daddy Death today and how you were sickened by it. It was fun. I told Wade that you'd be so... How many people did he have to ban? Like, what the heck? Why do I not know of this? I'm sorry, I don't think I'll be able to help you on that matter. Okay. 2 bans in less than 5. What, for backseating? Or just mad stuff? Right. Let's go and ask our man here about the that. Okay, so he knows nothing about that, and then okay, he knows nothing about that either. Okay, let's go and see the mayor then. How lucky we are to have such a famous detective here with us. I knew a Niflette once. It's a common name round here. The reason why you find yourself here, I know one got banned for being an avid Oompa Loompa fan. Okay, I'm not following the okay at all. The reason why you find yourself here in Touvoir during such a difficult time is quite mysterious, but we will make the most of your talent to find our dear Belle. By the way, I haven't introduced myself yet. I am Jean-Charles Tuyon. I have been the mayor of Touvoir for over 15 years now. Right, okay. I'm proud of each and every one of our residents. Okay, let's do that. Unfortunately, this subject is completely beyond me. You're the mayor. You should know about these things. When it comes to complaints, my wife handles them. That said, we don't get many. Okay. He's a general practitioner, but he is overbooked, so it's really hard to get an appointment. Tell us about it. Hello, Puppet, how are you? Um, Okay.
Ooh.
I can understand that it might be unnerving to hear a bell ringing so regularly. It's something you have to get used to. Okay, so I'm not getting anything here. I can't remember where the other one got banned. I go get dinner? I'm starving. Not a problem, Kubu. Not a problem at all.
Oh.
Well, we all have weaknesses that balance out our strengths, don't we? This mayor is useless. I'm very good, thank you. Mr. Niflette, nice to meet you. I'm Josephine Touillon. I work as a secretary to the mayor, who is also my husband. I know that. We are currently in the process of preparing the numerous... You were the R word. I'm not following any of this. I'll need to get the tea later. I'll need to have a chat with you and Wade offline because I'm not following any of this stuff. Nothing that's being said. I have got any clue about what's going on. We are currently in the process of preparing the numerous administrative files for your case. We want everything to be in order for your investigation, even if it means not getting a full night of sleep. Okay. I'm already buried under paperwork. I can't even fathom the administrative chaos of the capital. Oh, okay. He may be a bit of a noisy neighbour, but to blame him for stealing our precious bell, I don't know. I'm not sure if I should say anything about it so quickly. I don't want to lead you astray. I frequently do receive grievances regarding Mr. Eustache Moorop. He seems to be having some trouble adapting to the everyday rhythm of village life. Ah. Okay. Why would he ask you about that? Because you're in Australia. That's weird. Okay. So people are just generally being stupid. Just as well I wasn't there. I have received very negative reports about him. Villagers describe his behaviour as arrogant and contemptuous. Gatti, I was in class as the... Okay. Of course, educating our youth is a priority, but I'm certain that Ms. Pivoin is perfectly qualified. Okay, so we've kind of asked about that. We don't know too much about that. Okay. Yeah, it's just against TOS, basically. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about that. Okay. Okay, I get that. I get that. Right, I'm following now, Kubu. Okay, that's an automatic ban in my view. Right, let's see. He may be a bit... Okay. Lately... Okay, we're not really that bothered about that. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about that. Okay. Rachel doesn't get along with many people due to strong personality. Unfortunately, okay, don't know anything about that. Right. It would appear. Okay. Okay. It would appear I'm not going to get anything more out of them, so I'll really be beavering away to get you all the necessary authorization as quickly as possible. Okay. No problem, Lily. Thank you so much for being here. Work days always feel longer than off days. Of course they do. Crazy man. Right, let's go. So I can't go... Ooh, what's this? Those huge crates are blocking my way. I'm sorry, with all this mess, I haven't been able to put away my delivery yet. Dude, what else are you doing? There's nobody here. Don't stand out the front of your shop saying that, you know, when your feet are going to get whatever. I'll get on it as soon as the official game comes out. Okay. This is so funny. The famous saint of the apple sits mercifully on their pedestal. To be honest, I always thought them to be a bit scary. Yeah, okay. Right, so I think probably the best place to go now would be this away. And we'll see. Ooh, is this a cider making machine? So this is the machine they used to make that famous Touvoir apple juice. This still takes me back to my childhood. The travelling distiller would come through our village collecting fruit and turning it into this pungent juice that the grown-ups couldn't get enough of. I don't think it's apple juice. I think it's cider. I'm thirsty just thinking about it. Okay, what you saying, Patrick? Thanks for your help. It's peaceful here, isn't it? It's even quieter at night, actually. Lucien works tirelessly, so in the evening he takes a well-deserved rest back at the farmhouse. The orchard is empty, but I love the ambience. I love stargazing from the barn. Okay. I'm currently in the orchard, Lucien. Okay, Gonna hop off. Thank you very much, Puppet. Hey, what are you trying to do here? Hello? Sir?
Hey.
Hiya. You're not from around here, are you? You're going to find our bell. There is a local legend that says Touvoir apples, oh how delicious and tasty they are to the chime of the bell. People are scared that my crops will be ruined if we don't find it. I don't believe in all that supernatural magical stuff, but hey, what do I know?
Hey.
The name's Lucien Fruit... Oh, okay, we've met another fruitier. You've probably already met my older brother. I'm in charge of Touvoir's orchards, right? If this is your first time around, don't miss the chance to try our local speciality. I've gotten to know all the residents I can speak to for now. If there are still some things that puzzle me, I can look into them. Otherwise, I should head to the city hall to check in with the mayor. I've done that already. A wooden statue of the Saint of the Apple. Perhaps I could learn more about her if I photograph her. I has photographed. Courtesy Jean-Charles. Ooh. Huh? Something strange is hanging from the tree. I'll take a photo and keep it in my notebook. Okay. Wooden statuette. A strange piece of metal found hanging in one of the orchard's trees. Looks a bit like a bit of the bell, doesn't it? Anywho, can we go this way? Whoa, dude. I've got something here that will open that. No, I keep doing that. I think. There. Come on. No. Surely. Look at it. It must be. Oh, there's a note. This gate is locked for the demo. Weird. Hilarious. You'd have to be a giant to sit on this bench. Okay. I wouldn't have thought so, Penny. I think you're stretching that a bit too far. Okay, so we can't speak to this. He's gone. And then look at this. We can come back a this away. Let's just check our... The theft of the bell seems to have greatly worried the locals. They believe Lucien's harvest depends on it. Okay, let's go in and speak with the baker. Sam is so adorable. See, okay, study notebook. And so what? Okay. Whatever. Right, and then that. Do you know the language of flowers? They all have a different meaning. If I were to give someone a camellia, it would be for Samuel. Okay, what's going on there? Very well, and what about it? Okay, whatever. So we're not going to get any information on that, really. Let's go back and see the mayor. It would appear that we're being pushed back that way. Niflette, come here for a moment. I've completed the paperwork for your investigation. This is the official document, your contract. Here, you can put it in your pocket. One more thing, Niflette. Of course, we are counting on you to find our precious bell. Without it, our village is no longer what it used to be. But we also charge you with finding out who it is to blame for this awful theft. Once you've found the bell, please return it to its rightful place in the bell tower. We will then organise a trial worthy of the name. My mission here is finding the bell and putting it back in the bell tower. Once I have, I can expose the culprit in a trial thanks to the discoveries I will have made during my investigation. Damn it! There we go. Thanks for playing. End of demo. Keep exploring the demo as you please. Well, there's kind of no point because we've been round everywhere, I think. The only thing we could do... Yeah, it was a demo. It's in the stream title key. Demos. Let's... I wonder if I can go to sleep, off to bed. I wonder if things have changed during the night. Let's have a quick look round. Let's go to the pub. Whoa. Why are you here? Pardon me? I'm just here to see Sammy. You're not the only one who can talk to him, you know. Right, Sammy? Don't force Samuel to be rude. You're so clingy. You're making him uncomfortable. And stop calling him Sammy. He is perfectly capable of telling me what he thinks himself. It doesn't need to get through you and your big mouth. Oh my, what now, you scab? What? Oh, how aggressive. Sammy, help out here. Sammy, you're in trouble, my man. Ah, you really came. Well, no one-on-one time with Samuel tonight either, then. No worries, you're not interrupting. I just only ever get so much private time with my partner. It's not your doing. I would love to see you more often too, my Rachel. Our schedules are complete opposites. Sammy closes the bar super late while I have to get up extra early to make my bread and pastries. Everything is handmade, which is why there never is much to choose from in my shop, but I prefer quality over quantity. Good evening, Mr. Niflette. How was your day? I'm personally a little moody. Something about all these huge shopping centres opening on the outskirts of Touvoir is bothering me. They sell flowers all year round, but it's not the competition that upsets me. It's that the flowers they sell are not seasonal. They come from far away, only to be abandoned in vases as cheap displays. It's neither ecological nor respectful of the plant. Anyways, I'm not here to whine. I mostly came to see Samuel. You always come to talk about anything and everything, but if something upsets you, you can tell me. I'd much rather have a laugh with you than talk about demoralising things. I'm here to enjoy your beautiful smile. Oh well, I'm glad you like it. Okay, that's not going to go down with the fiancé well. One of my favourite times of the year is when I am in charge of making apple pies for everyone. Our party was ruined. I would at least like to enjoy Sammy's company a little more. I'll soon be taking some days off to stay with you. Isn't he lovely? I'll never get tired of having him by my side. Valentine's Day is the worst. Roses bloom in summer. February flowers are also lovely. Why not choose camellias or buttercups? Okay, I don't really think we're going to achieve anything here. Okay. I don't think we're... Yeah, okay. Just a little more practice and I'll beat Run Top with current best score. Okay. Can we get round the way? And go this way? Can we get into the orchard and see about this bell thing? Lucien's not here. What if, looking closely, it doesn't really look like a disc? Okay. I've stolen Lucien's bird scaring disc. I'll tell him at the end of the investigation. Maybe. Okay. Hmm. Right. A piece of copper-coloured metal that Lucien used to scare away birds. Is this all going to fit together at some point? Hmm. I love the kind of mechanical noise you get when he's zooming around. I can't get up there. Well, I can get up there. Yeah, there's nothing new. So I don't think we're going to get to any particular logical conclusion with this. Excuse me. Takes a well-deserved rest back at the farmhouse with the orchards. I love the ambience. Okay, yeah, that's all the things we talked about. We can go in here. Ooh, he's very Spartan, isn't he?
Hey.
I know someone who thinks eating an apple is boring. Can you believe it?
Huh?
Can't stop gushing about her. Okay.
Huh?
She's not a bad apple, and she's my big brother's girlfriend. I get along with her really well anyway. Okay. That's that. Now, that's none of my business. Okay. Okay, that's none of his business either. That's none of my business. Okay. He's really not terribly attuned to anything that's happening in the town, is he? Okay. You really don't have a clue about what's happening in your town at all. Right. I think we're kind of done. So we could have a look at one more demo. Which I don't think we'll get through, but I do want to have a quick look at it. So if we do that, oh, hang on a minute. Do that, back to menu. Nice, I like that. That's on my wish list. Cool. Right, last one then. Okay, you might not want to look at this. I want to have a quick look at this feline forensics thing that we were talking about that I put you onto the other day. So we shall do that. Feline. Okay, I'm going to do this. And then we're going to do this. And it might start, hopefully. With a bit of luck. Are you going to start? Maybe? You going to think about it? Excuse me. And then I need to do this, and this, and that. And this, and that, and that. Okay. And then that. Right, I don't know whether I can use the controller for this or not, but we'll see. Yes, options. Global volume, that's okay. Typing sounds, that sounds fun. Oh, options. Full screen, VSync, no. We've got that one there, and we've got that there. And then text speed, that all looks okay. Right. How's the sound? Does it sound okay? Is it too low? Is it too high? How does it sound against my voice? Oomph, another long day. Street lamps are already on, and I haven't been in my office yet. I should check my computer. I'm sure I have at least a few emails waiting by now. Although, if it's the commissioner volunteering me for more debriefs, I'll have to put my paw down. Well, that's cool. I love the way he flips. Alright, let's see if this old litter box still works. I just need to log in and... Huh? It won't take my password. Something here has my whiskers twitching. This might turn into a regular investigation. I'll start tracking all my leads on this bulletin board in case I need to reference them again. Okay, which bulletin board? Is there a bulletin board somewhere? Can I pick anything up here? Oh, we should have had gramophone on the... I love the fact he's got a cat tower in his office. Can I leave? I'm slightly confused. Let's see, what should I take a look at? The desk? It's possible I just wrote the password down and threw it in my desk drawers. Okay, not in the top drawer. Surely it'll be in the bottom drawer. Aha! This must be it. Wait, no, this is just a standard department business card. Following procedure requires I enter it into evidence, but unfortunately, this might be more serious than it seems. Okay. I could call the department secretary for help. They hadn't already gone home for the day. Let's see. What should I take a look at? Okay, let's take another look at the computer. Nothing's changed. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so there's nothing there. I've got keys. Right button. Oh my god. A business card I found in the drawers of my office desk. It's a business card printed on quality paper, although age has weathered the once white sheen to yellow. On the card, depicted in black ink, is the department logo and general information, such as the office address and phone number. Okay. Feline Foresnics Incorporated, private detective agency, established 1994. 9 South Vita Street, Philadelphia. Call 555 meow or 555 purr. Okay, so we can't turn it all the way around. There's nothing kept here. I don't have anything. Right, okay. I'm confused a little bit. What's it? Why is this? I don't understand why it hasn't cleared the exclamation mark. Can I leave now? It's a little lacking in instruction. Okay, the unknown password. For some reason, my computer isn't accepting my password. Did the department network get hacked? All I found in my desk was an old business card, but I'm not sure how helpful that's going to be. I guess I could give it a second glance. Unfortunately, okay. I suppose I could give it a second glance. Ah. Ah. Oh, of course. I knew there was something else here. Why didn't I think to flip over that business card sooner? I did try. It just didn't seem to want to turn. The extension written here belongs to the department manager. Luckily, I would classify this as an emergency. I should give them a call immediately and let them know what's going on. Okay, can I use the phone? Let's see. What should I take a look at? The phone, obviously. Now that I have the department manager's extension, I can give them a call about my computer. Good evening, detective. I hope this is important because I'm in the middle of dinner with my family. Apologies, but we might have security issues. My computer's password has inexplicably changed. I hate to break this news to you, detective, but the inexplicable is, in fact, quite explicable. If I do recall, this is the second time this week you've interrupted my wife's delicious home-cooked meal. I'm sorry? From what I could gather, you were on another milk-fueled bender. Through slurred speech, you told me you changed your own password. And this is the best. This is the part where I'm so embarrassed. You tell me the password, correct? I would consider, but you also informed me that you hid it somewhere. Somewhere that only a detective of your caliber would be able to find. So get on with it and ensure that not a single report on this matter is out of place tomorrow. And let me reiterate, while you're in your right mind, do not call me again unless it is a real emergency. Click. I think if I just forgot my password, this wouldn't be as humiliating. Either way, not my proudest moment, but I can make up for that even if I am technically this crime's primary suspect. Retracing my steps, following the proper timeline, and correcting any inconsistencies in the case notes will be paramount. Right. So, am I now going to be able to actually investigate anything? Right. This. Okay. It's a bit. I'm getting a bit confused by the fact that it keeps. These exclamation marks keep popping up. Without the current password, he can't unlock the computer in his office or check his email. The detective left his office late last night, and at some point after, the department network was hacked. The next day, the detective attempted to log into his office computer, but found that the password had been changed. Yes? Okay. Now what? So... Let's see. What should I take a look at? Okay. Uh-huh. I can't see what I'm supposed to be doing. Because it doesn't look like I can investigate anything else. I can't go out the door. Right. I found the department manager's extension written on the back. Although the red pen's markings are slightly smeared, I can make out the numbers fine. Okay, so all that's fine. Right, okay. How can I dispute this? Testimonies or evidence? The department manager... Ah, I see, that makes sense. The department manager did confirm that nothing was hacked. Embarrassingly, just a bit too much indulgence on my part. That being said, I've only got a rough outline from here, and they won't settle for anything less than perfection. It's time to thoroughly investigate the rest of my office and use my journal to fill in every blank necessary. Okay, finally. Did you know you can rotate the camera too to look around? Or if you need to get around quicker, use the zoomies button. Neat. Ah ha ha. It's my old map of historic Philadelphia, but I don't remember all these thumbtacks in it. They're each holding a thin shred of paper to various addresses in the city, but no one seems more important than another. I think it might be impossible to know where to go with this lead until I have more clues. Okay. So that's my bulletin board. Whoops. Okay. Is there something over here to investigate? The bookshelf? This shelf is absolutely packed with different tomes, journals, studies, and the occasional novelization. If I had some sort of clue in one of these books, it would take me far longer to find it than it's worth. I wouldn't put it past myself, but I don't have anything to go on yet. Is there something over here to investigate? These are usually just for keeping contracts, reference documents, and various policy paperwork. I can't imagine I would have slid a note with a password on it into this mess of a drawer. Even under a strong influence of dairy, I wouldn't have done something so reckless. There's something over here too. Yeah. The trash can. When you need to dig up the truth, you've got to act like an alley cat. Empty milk carton. Comically clean fish bones. Used yarn ball. None of this looks very helpful. Wait a minute. There's a crumpled receipt, and it looks... I've redacted most of it. Nothing about the actual purchase remains, and only the store's address is left visible. Where could this lead me? Is there something over here to investigate? Okay. Well, possibly now that we've got an address. It's my old map of... Yeah. They're each holding... Yeah, okay. Ah, right, okay. So I'll probably need to... Right, okay, here's the receipt. Most of the information on this receipt has been redacted. 13 North 2nd Street. Okay, 13 North 2nd Street. 13 North 2nd Street. I don't recall what's around here, but the slip of paper does have a phone number written on it. Looks like it's time to make another call. Okay, we shall make another call then. Woo! Let's give the number I found in the map a call. Hopefully they're still open and they can make sense of this receipt. Good evening, Bookgator on 2nd. What can I do for you? Of course, the local bookstore. How could I forget? Sir? Did you need help with something? Hello, yes, sorry, I do, actually. This might be an odd question, but I have a receipt, and I'm not sure what it was that I purchased. I've been expecting your call, detective. Sigh, of course you were. Care to explain why? You stumbled in, disgruntled after an argument, with this devious plan. I didn't ask questions, but you warned me this call was likely. Oh dear. Now, about that book, please tell me it's not something terribly inappropriate. Ah, not quite, no. The book's title is On the Historical Development of Cat Burglary. Okay, thank you. That'll be all. Sure you don't need anything else, detective? No, really, it's okay. Thank you. Click. As if I wasn't embarrassed enough as it is. Okay, so... The additional clue was a slip of paper among several thumbtacked to my city map in accordance with that very address. Handwritten on the scrap is a phone number. Okay, so we've done that. Why? Right, okay. Oh, okay. Unbeknownst to the... Right, anyway, before we do that, let's do the left button. Okay, so that's the book. I've got a mystery to solve. The bookstore clerk described the book I purchased to me over the phone. If it's on my bookshelf somewhere, I should be able to find it now. Okay, so that's cool. We can now go over here. I tell you what, the ability to rotate the room. The bookshelf. Yeah, it's just taking me a little bit of time to get my head around it, okay, but and now that I've kind of got hold of it, yeah, it's going to be quite fun, I think. I did notice that you'd bought the game on Steam. As I was looking at the demo, I saw you Yeah. This shelf is absolutely packed with different tome journals. Yeah. The clerk said the book in question has something to do with cat burglary, so where is it? Dignity and Domestication by the Great Dane Austen. Les Miserables by Vermin Hugo. Call of the Wild by Jack London, which is an actual book, of course. Okay, more novels than I thought. But hey, these are the classics. Oh, here's the one I'm looking for. The question now is, why would I have purchased this book specifically? Is there something over here to investigate? Why would I have... Okay, so we can do that, and then we can do this. I found the book I apparently purchased. Even the store clerk seemed to be hiding something about it. Okay, does that mean there's more information over here? No, there's not any more. Okay. It's a dissertation I apparently purchased from the local bookstore and then stashed within the various other tomes on my office bookshelf. The subject matter seems fairly heavy. Deriving any clues from it may be a challenge. Was that why I chose it in this strange pursuit to out-detective myself? Okay. Don't. Open. Don't open. Okay. Great job, detective. Nice. Oh, of course. I knew there was something else here. I bought a hollow trick book. No wonder the bookstore clerk was holding back a laugh. With my cabinet key hidden inside, no less. I think we're nearing the end of this case. Good thing the trains will still be running for a little longer. Okay, so am I going back this way to my desk drawers? The desk? I shouldn't waste time. Oh, so was that the filing cabinet I should be looking at? I keep rotating this the wrong way. Until I have a compelling reason, no reason to make reviews. Okay. Here then? Let's see what we can find over here. Filing cabinet. Oh, this cabinet is locked. Let's hope the key I found is the right match. It is. Fantastic. Now let's get it open to see what we find. There's a note right on top. A great change of pace. Or maybe I was just getting lazy. There doesn't seem to be any cipher or code either. This just looks like a normal password. I should try it and then make sure all my notes are in order. I wouldn't want to attract any more ire from the department manager than I already have. Let's see what we can find over here. Let's have a look at the cat tower. One might ask themselves, why would any self-respecting feline investigator keep one of these demeaning furniture pieces in their professional office? It was a gift from some old co-workers who thought they were being exceptionally humorous. Also, it keeps my claws properly managed, and sometimes it helps me think. Let's see what we can find over here. Okay, that's fine. So we can go back over... Okay, we've got key, although I've hardly ever used it. It's home of the centipede. Yeah, scavengers hunt. Yeah. In the pursuit of proving myself I could out-detective myself, I changed my office computer's password and hid this reminder behind a series of puzzles and hidden clues. Whether a locked cabinet, a hollow book, a cryptic map of addresses, or embarrassing phone calls, it didn't stay secret for long. The password is written in newspaper and magazine scraps and reads as the cat's meow. Okay. Tremendous. Let's see the computer. I've got the password supposedly. Now for the moment of truth. Is it possible this has been a red herring all along? Oh, it works. I'm logged in and I have exactly 0 emails that require my attention. It's a relief, of course, but the department manager will have my fur if I don't get the rest of these case notes in order before I go home. Let's see. Okay. Right, so there's nothing that I need to do there. So, left button. That's that. I've got my notes down. Okay, what's this? After returning the change script long before it is lost. After returning to the office, the detective changed his computer's login information. Yes. Do I do think that's right? Okay. Sure, my memory has been hazy, but I must have found something that can set that right by now. Okay. Evidence. I see. That makes sense. Of course, the reason for this entire mystery locked up tight in a lone filing cabinet. Luckily, I haven't forgotten about it twice. At least not yet. Okay, so does that mean all my notes are in order? I presume? There's no more red bits and pieces in it. I even hid away the keys cabinet in a Holland book I didn't even know I purchased. That can come out of there. I no longer have that there. Why? Unbeknownst to the... That must be the detective. Changed the... Huh? Okay. Changed the password to his computer and hid it inside a book. Hid. Unbeknownst to the... Commissioner? Maybe? How do I know? Wrong sections look like there's more than 2 are incorrect. What the heck? Unbeknownst to the detective then, maybe. Okay. You have 2 or fewer incorrect. Okay, it's something to do with this then. Okay, hang on a minute. Unbeknownst to the detective, that something changed the password to his computer. Okay, let's take that out. Okay. This bit must be right. Change the password to his computer and hid it inside a book. That must be right. Oh, I understand. Sorry, I need to fill in all this. Furthermore, he... To the inside, that must be book. Right, so we're filling in. I was only looking at the top bit. And that must be purchased. Furthermore, he forgot the... No, he... hid the key to the cabinet. Key to the cabinet God, this is difficult. Inside a book that the... Well, you would have thought that was it. That was the detective. Okay, so that bit's right. Nice. I like that. Uh-huh. So, unbeknownst to the... he changed the password of his computer and hid it inside a book. Yeah, furthermore, he hid the key to the cabinet inside. Hello, Parto, how are you? Lovely to see you in. Okay. That's definitely changed the password to his computer. And hid it inside a book. Furthermore, he hid the key to the cabinet inside a book that the detective recently purchased. Hid it inside a... Unbeknownst to the commissioner, maybe? It's not hacked. He hid the key. That'd be locked it inside. Oops. A cabinet. Closed sections look like this. You have 2 or fewer incorrect. Okay, it might be the commission. It might not be that. It might be the manager. No. The detective changed the password to his computer and locked it inside a cabinet. Furthermore, he hid the key to the cabinet inside a book that the detective recently... Unbeknownst to the... I think everything's there, basically. It's just the I think it's the... Because everything makes sense. The bottom section's correct, because it's all green. So we don't need to worry about that. And the top section's got 1 or 2 mistakes, which I think are the people. Right, let's try it the other way around then. That's unbeknownst to the detective. No. It's not going to be that. Because that then scans whatever that changed the password to his computer and locked it inside a cabinet. Furthermore, he hid the key to the cabinet inside a book that the detective recently purchased. So that all makes sense. From there, changed the password to his computer and locked it inside a cabinet, because that's what he did. Upon further inspection, I found the department manager's extension. So it's got nothing to do with the commissioner. It's the department manager. Unbeknownst to the... Let's try manager here. And detective in here. No. Hello. Bloob, about another 5... Well, I think once I'm finished this, to be fair. I don't think so. But lovely to see you in. I don't think it's the manager that's changed the password. I'm struggling a little bit here. I just need to get... Nah, it's definitely not that. Yeah, probably another 10. Absolutely. Lovely to see you, though. If I could just puzzle this out, it would really help. Unbeknownst to the somebody, the detective changed the password to his computer. Because it was the... Hang on a minute. Let's go back to this. As it turns out, I changed my own computer password and locked a reminder note inside one of my office's filing cabinets. All's well that ends well, but even with my password in hand, my night wasn't over yet. I still need to fill out my case record before the department manager calls. I even hid away the key to the cabinet in a hollow book I didn't even know I'd purchased. So I get that. Detective got into interact with another patron, vowed to prove he was confusingly a detective so spectacular he could out-sleuth himself. Having developed a devious plan to overcome his own expertise, the detective went to a local bookstore and purchased a hollow book. After returning to the office, the detective changed his computer's login information and placed a note with a password within one of his filing cabinets. Prior to placing the book in his office shelf, the detective stashed the cabinet key within the book's secret compartment. Having successfully laid his plot and proud of his mastermind scheme, the detective called the department manager before finally retiring for the evening. The next day, the detective attempted to log into his computer but found that the password had been changed. I've done that. I'm absolutely convinced I've done manager then detective. See, yeah, it's coming up saying there's something. But the manager did know because he called the manager to say that he'd changed the password. Yeah, the secretary's got nothing to do with it, really, but there hasn't been a mention of a secretary at all. It's not going to be something stupid like detective twice. Okay, that perhaps wasn't the greatest of puzzles. I kind of felt that you wouldn't have to put the same word in twice. Okay. Aha! I knew I was onto something. While a fantastic treat, a night out to the milk bar might cause me more trouble than it's worth. Oh, why is the phone ringing? Could it be the manager already? Let's see. What should I take a look at? The phone? Hello? Feline Foresnics? Private detective. I'm glad to hear you're burning the midnight oil. Commissioner? To what do I owe the pleasure? Business, not pleasure. There's been an incident. Private property. They asked for you. I'm sending a cruiser. The officer will fill you in on the way. The case seems pretty involved, but it's still within my jurisdiction. You will go by the book, detective. I'm sure you're aware that if you don't, your license will be on the line. Again. What a ray of sunshine the commissioner is these days. Sigh, it's going to be an even later night than I thought. Okay, let's go. Are we going to get to do the... Oh, thank you for playing the demo. I hope you enjoyed your first experience as the top-notch tabby detective of Feline Forensics. You've learned how to use each of the detective's tools and solved your first case. However, there's another mystery yet to be unravelled, one that will challenge even our purring private eye. It would be the cat's meow if you wishlisted the game and returned for the full release. Thanks. Let's quit that then. Good. Enjoyed that. I will do the screen thing. And I will be back to have a wee chat about how it's all gone tonight. Let us therefore go from there to there. Oh no, hang on a minute. Be right back, be right back, be right back. And I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Actually, before we go, was there a save point here? I can't remember. Oh, yeah, absolutely. That gave me such a fright. Can I crouch? Oh, oh, oh no, oh no. Yeet the baby. Woohoo! Woohoo! No, 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 no. Mm-hmm. You have fun with the Creature Kitchen demo. I had great fun with the Creature Kitchen demo. I'm going to buy it because it's on sale. One of the reasons for playing that tonight was because it was on sale. And I saw it on sale, and I knew that other people had played it, and I thought, oh, I wonder what that's like. And it did look like a lot of fun. It kind of ended a bit weirdly, though. It didn't actually at any point say the demo's now finished. It just sort of kept teleporting me back to a blank screen and said, I can't remember what it said. It just said, come back at some point and they'll be waiting for you. And I'm not entirely sure if I actually did finish it. I couldn't find anything else to do. I think there was probably another couple of creatures that I could have found, but I was struggling to find them for the demo. So I wanted to move on and do other stuff as well, because I really wanted to do that Ambroise Niflette as well. But 3 good demos. 3 very good demos. Creature Kitchen, I will definitely buy. I'm going to buy that now because I don't want to miss the sale. I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for that Ambroise Niflette. That looks really fun. And a very distinct style as well, which is what sort of drew my eye to it. But shout out to Quiet Pause Gaming, new friend of the stream, who recommended that one when I was in her stream the other day. I would have missed that completely had she not brought that to my attention. So that was a really good shout. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Pause. I appreciate that. And talking of Pause, Feline Forensics, which I kind of jokingly said to Kay, here's a game for you about cats, because I'm not the biggest cat fan in the world. But then found out that actually that was quite fun as well. Once I got my head around it, it might have been slightly easier on keyboard actually. I was playing it on the controller, and I was just not quite noticing some of the exclamation marks and some of the button presses that I needed to do. But now that I've kind of got my head around it, it might be a bit, it might be easier just to pick up and run with. So I'll have a look at that as well as we go on. Plenty of games though. And in terms of Sunday night, I'll be back on Sunday night. And I eventually got my key for Will Follow the Light. So we can now get that underway as well. Although I don't know whether I'll play that on Sunday. I'm going to try and finish Inconveni on Sunday. I think we've got a couple of hours to go on Inconveni. So I would really like to get at least one game finished before I start a new one. So if we can get that finished, then we can play Will Follow the Light the following week, and we'll play more Wax Heads at that point. And kind of want to go back to the posthumous investigation because we never finished that either. Although I might play that off stream and just record it for YouTube, and see how I go. We'll see how we go. As I say, the game that I didn't get that I was really, really looking for was was Outbound. I think I applied for it on Steam through the PR company. I applied for it on PS5 through one key company, and I applied for it on the Switch 2 through another key company, and I never got one from anybody. So, A, it's been very popular, and B, I think my numbers are probably so small that they were like, we can give this to people who have got a far bigger audience. It's unusual though because I tend to get, I have in the past got a key from Disobey when I've asked for things. So we shall see. But there's other games coming out. As I say, the new game from the Disco Elysium, some of the Disco Elysium devs is out next Friday. Mina the Hollower comes out at the end of May as well, which looks absolutely banging. And I've asked for a key for both of those games. So all over the place. We need to try and finish a couple of them before we get another couple underway. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Cool. Let's have a quick look at. In fact, let's do the stream receipt first. Let me do this, and then we can do that, and then we can do this. In fact, maybe not. Okay, so we have streamed for 3.5 hours. We've got an average viewers of 13, peak viewers of 20, no follows, 2 subs tonight. That was Banshee. Thank you very much for 38 months, Banshee. And Kay, thank you so much again for 19 months. Incredible. No raids again. We seem to be going raidless at the moment. Nobody's raiding. Channel points, there was a good number of them went through. We've had 12 minutes. Have I made top yapper this time? I'm not so sure, Baseman. I'm not so sure. Lily, top yapper. There we go. Lily gets top yapper. Kay is voting. You forgot about vote. It's there, indeed. So, well done, Lily, in your absence on being top yapper. Kuwu was in and away. So, there we go. Fabulous. Done that. Let's have a quick look down the bingo board then. We didn't get a new follower, new sub, new gifted sub, none of that. Reader doesn't follow. No, the boys did appear on stream. Yes, yes. I don't think I died in any of the games. I did have to pee before the game started. I changed the category all the time, which is fine. I did chat for over half an hour as per. I didn't ban anyone or time someone out, or I didn't get a key. Didn't do the shout out screen. I would have definitely done that because I do that all the time. I didn't really do the voice acting because I wasn't entirely sure where we were going to go. Kisa wasn't a menace. Pissy wasn't around. Kerry hasn't dropped it. It was yesterday. Kerry keeps dropping the YouTube videos on the day before I stream. Someone mentioned charity total. Nobody was a menace tonight. Crazy. Stream day has changed because I normally stream on a Thursday nowadays. So we've got that. We were puzzling. We weren't platforming. And there we go. No players in the bingo. There we go. And oh, look at that. You absolute. The number of times I've had one to go on numerous lines. Right, let's see if I can let's see if I can do this.
Bingo! Ho,
What did we get called there? Not one that I needed. Lily is out again. Did that help you, Kay? No, it was the other one. Was it Lily being smart that you needed? Oh, yes. Oh my God. Well, there you go. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Yeah, if you see me very randomly streaming at some weird time tomorrow, you didn't. I may well do a sort of 5-10 minute test stream for the vertical integration at some point tomorrow. I didn't want to chance it tonight with all the different demos that we were running and just overload the encoder. So it's kind of set up. I think the vast majority of the stuff looks okay. But until we actually go live, I would never actually know. So either that, or we can do it on Sunday night before we get into Inconveni. But I kind of, I'm conscious that I keep saying I'm going to try and finish Inconveni, and then we end up yapping for far too long, and I never get to enough of the game played in terms of where I want it to be. So let's have a quick look and see who's on. But yes, as I say, I might appear for 5 minutes just to try a few things tomorrow, and then I'll disappear again. Lots of people on. 5 Hearts Under One Roof 2 is the Maru. Baseman, how long is Maru going to be on for? Can you hear me, Baseman? Is it worth me going and reading Maru? In fact, let's do it anyway. It's been so long since Maru's been about. It'd be nice to say hello, hello. I can. Yes. Let's read. Even if it's just to say hello, we will read our friend who's back streaming again. Lovely to see her back. Okay. Let's do that. Yes, the games do it at your own risk. Okay. We'll use raid message 2. Too late, Koo. You weren't even top yapper. Lily was top yapper tonight. Thank you for stream. Thank you, Baseman, for being here. Lurky. Thanks to all the lurkers. Yeah, well, there you go, Kubu. You had the opportunity. Lily went to bed. You could have. You love this new raid message. Kubu doesn't like it. Kubu really doesn't like it. You can use those ones if you really want to. But yeah, I thought it was quite. I'm only using that one to make it clear. I'm only using that first raid message for people that I absolutely know. It's not rude if I use it for the people that I know, because if I'm using it for people that I know, they know my sense of humor. I wouldn't use it if I was reading somebody completely new. Obviously. So, yeah, as we're going to raid Maru, we were quite happy to use that one. Anyway, I'll be back on Sunday. Not quite sure what we'll be playing. Probably Inconveni. Let's go say hello to Maru, and I will see you very soon. Cheers. Bye.
Oh shit! It's death! What up, everybody? Welcome in. We're doing FMV Friday. Hello, Death.